Namaste.
What the? It's like so freaking humid out that there's like this mirage film over my camera. Well, the show must go on. Like take number 20 by the time this is all said and done. Sunglasses? No sunglasses. It's really bright. Yes? No. No. Can't make connection with people with sunglasses on. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Hippie Housewife. Quick disclaimer, I have had loads of sleep and too many coffees this morning, which usually, if you are subscribed to me, you know that I get poor sleep and don't really overuse my coffee too much. But anyway, I am full of energy and alive and ready to do this film with you guys today. Here recently, I did a video called Social Media Dangers and Be Aware. I am not against social media by any means. I utilize the crap out of multiple different platforms to grow myself as a YouTuber and a small business owner and a dreadlock salon hairstylist lady because I have a bunch of dreadlock clients as well. So, quick disclaimer, social media can be utilized in a really awesome, productive way. However, it can be self-sabotaging, consuming, addictive. Also, the platforms can be used to harass people and publicly bash others and fight with each other and political debates. So you kind of see where I'm going with this. But basically, I wanted to do a secondary video. There was a few things that I didn't touch bases on the previous one, and I wanted to do some offering of a few tips that you can practice within your lifestyle if you do struggle with trying to balance your social media usage and your daily life. And you can find a balance with everything, obviously, in this world, and this is one that you can as well. So I wanted to share with you 4 tips and ideas that I had. And yes, let me slow down a little bit and take a deep breath there. Okay. So, moving on. If you are new to my channel, thank you for popping in for this video. I promise not to waste your time. I post loads of content pertaining to dreadlocks, natural remedies, hula hooping, DIYs, hacks, arts, crafts, etc., etc. I would love to have you stick on board and join our crew of epic individuals. And if so, please hit the subscription and also the notification bell so you can be aware of any time I post some kind of crazy new content or idea or anything that can be of helpful use to this universe. Without further ado, let's dive into the purpose of today's video, guys. Okay, so starting with tip number 1, I have a cheat sheet. Tip number 1 is rotating platforms. So as you know, there are so many that we are all utilizing and dipped into in today's society, and that is, just to name a few, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. So basically, when you are surrounded and using all of these platforms, it can be a little bit overwhelming and extremely time consuming, especially when you're a small business owner trying to grow and launch yourself. So you can rotate the platforms by maybe you do 1 or 2 every other day. So maybe Mondays you dedicate your time to Pinterest and Twitter, and Tuesdays is your Facebook and Instagram, and so on and so forth, and kind of like tweak the plan to accommodate you and your lifestyle and your schedule and your busy, crazy lives. But that is a way that you could kind of discipline and balance things out a little bit so it's not super consuming or overwhelming, and you can still live your life. My tip number 2 is disciplining the time that you are utilizing these tools. So maybe you dedicate 1 hour or 5 hours a day and you chop it and split it all up into different sections of your afternoon depending on your other life things that are going on. So maybe you have different part-time jobs, or you babysit, or you have your children and they're in school, so you can kind of like, you know, I have a 1-year-old, she has nap times, and during that time I am filming. So you get my point, but basically you could discipline yourself to where you're not constantly worried about always checking your phone, always checking your emails, always checking your notifications. And believe it or not, that does increase like anxiety and scattered mind and not really productive in the moment. So if you're kind of like disciplining the time that you're using, you can really focus and tune in on that project in that moment, and then you can set it aside and walk away from there, so to speak. Leading into tip number 3 out of the 4 that I have to offer you today is turning on an alarm. So setting an alarm for yourself to remind you when you wanted to check the emails, or when you wanted to check your comments on YouTube, or you wanted to upload your content, or do your photography, or whatever you're using Instagram for. Check your emails. I think I already said that. But if you set an alarm for yourself, then you're going to be less worried about constantly keeping up on it, and it will just be a nice little friendly reminder on your person. And yeah, so that's another helpful tip. And then I'm going to wrap this up with tip number 4, and that is set a schedule or routine for yourself. That kind of goes into the first one when I use an example of rotating platforms, like maybe you use Mondays and Tuesdays for this and Wednesdays and Thursdays for that, and so on and so forth. But if you kind of create like a routine for yourself, it goes in hand with the alarms you could be setting, or the self-disciplining with how much time you're spending utilizing your tools. It could help to balance things out to where you're just not so overly consumed about what's happening on your phone or on your social media platform tools. Those are my tips, guys. I hope that they are helpful and you can incorporate them within your lifestyle if you feel it necessary to. Obviously, again, I'm not against social media by any means. They are really epic tools to be able to utilize in today's world, and how people grow themselves as small business owners, YouTubers, things like that. So they can be really productive, but they can also be sabotaging and consuming as well. So I wanted to offer some helpful tips to everybody, and I think that was it. I'm pretty sure that was it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for popping in. I hope to see you all again very soon, and have an blah blah blah. I can't even speak. Rewind. Have an epic and awesome, blessed day, and see you all again very soon. Bye.